what better viewer of my sign than an ambulance? Procreation equals 100% deaths. Your biological parents are responsible for your suffering. Choose antinatalism. And there's the ambulance. Anybody who disagrees with antinatalism is ignorant. We are actually stationed out here at the parking garage near the children's hospital. So these are parents visiting their nurses, their techs, their doctors. You know, it's everybody who has to park to go to the children's hospital. But you know, so many people who are involved in life's crises and tragedies, such as ambulance drivers, surgeons, trauma ER nurses, morticians, funeral directors, jail wardens, police officers, first responders, EMS, you know, they go on to have children. And even people who deal with chronic pain, such as physical therapists and orthopedic surgeons, they go on to have children, which blows me away. How much of society is like brain dead and just totally ignorant. This is grassroots activism, folks. And from what I recall, me and Alex are the very first people in America that have done sign holding and have, you know, printed up some really bold antinatalist signs. We are not part of any group. You know, we do this on our own. It's funded on our own. We spend our time and our gas you know, doing activism. So if you want to you know, drop us a few dollars, you can PayPal me, me and Alex. We have to pay to park, by the way, to come to these locations downtown Pittsburgh. Sometimes it's up to like $17 for an hour, so we're usually here about an hour. It's not free. Activism is not free. Each of my signs is about $80 because it's printed back and front. Some people actually have a look of like guilt and shame and then other people are just have a real stupid look on their face. This one woman, she pulled her window down and she came by me and she says, you know what? She says, and look at those two guys over there. When they pass me with their two babies, they go, to each their own. Well, this is not an example of to each their own. I'm not talking about a camping trip or, you know, buying a Honda over a Toyota. I am talking about reproduction, which is non-consensual. And, you know, those babies that they have in their stroller did not consent to be placed here. And they did not consent to be placed in a harmful world where they are going to suffer, age, and die. So to each their own was just kind of a rote, you know, knee-jerk response. And maybe, you know, it hit them pretty hard. Just possibly, there's the ambulance, and they were like staring at my sign. Yeah, but you know, the type that usually drive, there they are. They went on the other side of the street. They didn't want to confront me and Alex again. Because reproduction is cruel. But yeah, I was saying before that, you know, some people have a look of guilt, but this one woman rolled down her window and she says, yeah, I agree with you because I think that your mother should not have had you. Well, no mother should have any child because they're placing them into harm. Hello, people, don't you get it through your thick skulls? And there's another ambulance. Ross Traver and West Newton. And that's good because, you know, they're coming here and they're dropping people off at the emergency room, or, you know, they're maybe looking for a crisis in order to haul some, you know, shattered person with broken bones and a bleeding body. So, yeah, anybody who says, well, your parents had you, they do not get the concept of antinatalism. And, I mean, that's just ignorant. First of all, I did not ask to be born, and I would not have been born had I chosen all over again, and had I had the choice to choose. I did not have the choice to choose. Neither did any baby. And I've said many times before that I would not have chosen my parents, my mother, my father. I don't know what he said. I was talking, but being born is not a privilege. Being born is harmful and cruel. Reproduction is cruel, and that's the only way that I look at my life, is that my parents were cruel and unthinking when they had me. So, true, my parents should not have had me, and that way they would have spared me a lot of harm. But they didn't. They weren't thoughtful enough. I wish I could hear what people say, but you know, a lot of people, they roll down their window and they shout something, and then they roll away when they do so, so it's impossible to hear them. So if you're trying to talk to a protester of sorts, roll your window down and stop. Don't keep rolling because the sound gets lost. And literally, I mean, one word may be, you know, heard, but not the whole sentence. It's getting kind of cold out here. Yeah, we've been protesting about 2 hours today, and you know, our parking rates are an issue. And there's a buzz. That's a good. You know what I've noticed? Some people are very unreceptive, and there's groups of people who are especially unreceptive. I really like holding the sign in the suburbs. I really like holding the sign in the suburbs. They're very, very receptive, and they're very triggered. And most of them are educated. So, you know, that really helps the cause a lot. So anyway, here we go. We're going to another section of the city to protest existence.